Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to share with you how to grow a $50 million freight brokerage fast. Now, the fact is, it takes a lot of things. You have to do a lot of things right in order to grow a $50 million plus freight brokerage. But today I'm going to share with you one of the most important things you do as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a freight broker to see significant growth. And the fact is, the number one thing you have to do in order to grow a $50 million plus freight brokerage is to reinvest the profits that you generate back into the business. And if you stick around for just another couple minutes, I'm going to share with you 5 things you need to reinvest in order to see significant compounding growth so that you can grow a 10, 20, even $50 million plus freight brokerage. Now, the fact is most freight brokers, most freight agents, and most small entrepreneurs and small business owners fail to reinvest their profits back into their business. They typically stick that money in their pocket, or worse yet, they go and spend it on something stupid, right? They go and spend it on something that's unnecessary. Now, let me just tell you a quick story. When I started my freight brokerage back in 2003, all right, I took a very meager salary, very small. I took a huge pay cut. It was not what I was used to making, and I could barely even pay my bills. There was a lot of times when I couldn't even pay my bills with the cash that I was taking out of the business. Now, what we did was reinvest those profits back into the business. So the first year we did over $1 million in sales, and then we did $3 million in sales, and then we did $6 million in sales, and we did $12 million in sales. And by the time that I sold that company, we were doing over $80 million a year in sales. Now, the first few years, I did not take a very big salary. I took very little money out of the company, and we took all that money and reinvested it into the business. So today I want to share with you 5 things that we reinvested that money into to see huge and compounding growth. So really quick, here we go. Number 1, talent and people. You have to invest in talent. You have to invest in people. You have to invest in building a team if you want to grow a large business. There are no freight brokers or freight agents out there that are doing 50 million or 20 million or even 10 million without at least a small to moderately large team. So eventually you're going to have to invest in talent. You're going to have to invest in people. That is one of the biggest leverage points that you can get as a broker trying to grow a big and highly profitable business, right? So talent and profit, or talent and people is number 1. Number 2, you're going to have to invest in systems and technology. Now, when I started my brokerage back in 2003, the technology sucked. There wasn't a lot of good TMSs. There wasn't a lot of great technology out there. But in the last 15 plus years, technology in our space has come a long, long way. There's a lot of great technology, including transportation management software, CRMs, document management software, tracking software. All of the things that a broker needs is out there, and you can invest in it for pennies on the dollar. There's subscription-based SaaS products, tons of technology you can leverage. So you're going to have to invest in systems and technology. That's number 2 on the list. Number 3, you're going to have to invest in marketing, okay? So there's a difference between sales and marketing, okay? And you need to understand and learn that quickly. Marketing is, for example, investing in your website, investing in search engine optimization so people can find you on Google, investing in content marketing, investing in paid advertising. Those are all channels and strategies and tactics that in the marketing channel that can give you significant return on your investment. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is you're going to want to invest in an emergency fund. What I mean by invest is you're going to have to save some of that money for a rainy day. Just like in life, rainy days come. And in your business, it's going to be the same way. It's not always straight up. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have issues where that cash is going to come in handy. So you're going to need to set aside some money into an emergency fund. Things go wrong, and there are going to be obstacles along the way. So having that emergency fund will help smooth out those rough patches. Trust me, you definitely want to have an emergency fund, okay? And number 4 on the list, and this is probably one of the most important, is investing in continuing education. Now, what do I mean by that? Not only for you as the entrepreneur or the CEO or the business owner, but for your team. Continuing education comes in the form of developing skills, right? Developing sales skills, negotiating skills, skills in and around management and leadership, all of the different components of your business, you can invest in skills and in continuing education. That's a huge one. So perfect example, Freight Broker Bootcamp. I've trained over 10,000 students in the last decade. That is a introductory freight broker training program that teaches people the fundamentals of how to quickly and cost effectively start a freight brokerage or a freight agency. So another one of the programs that we launched recently and sold out was called Freight Broker Sales Accelerator. That's an online training program dedicated specifically to freight broker and freight agent sales strategies, tactics, and tools. That program is sold out twice in a row. It's closed right now for enrollment. But if you guys do want to learn more about that and get on the wait list, just hit me up in the comments below and let me know that you want to learn more about the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator. And we will definitely send you a link where you can get on the wait list and learn more about that when we do release that. And I'm hoping that that's going to release here. Another cohort of that is going to release here in the next month or two, and you'll be first in line to take advantage of that. So that's an example of continuing education. So those are the 5 things that you need to invest in. You need to reinvest your profits in as a freight broker if you want to build a high growth, highly profitable freight brokerage. Okay. So number 1, we're going to reiterate it: people and talent. Number 2, systems and technology. Number 3 is marketing. Number 4 is your emergency fund. And number 5, last but not least, is continuing education, developing those skills that are going to allow you to grow into a $10 million, $20 million, $50 million plus business. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, and you're curious about becoming a freight broker, and you're just kind of early in this journey, and you're maybe out searching on Google or YouTube, and you're kind of trying to put it all together, check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com. It's going to save you an enormous amount of time, an enormous amount of energy, and an enormous amount of frustration. We've trained over 10,000 students, teaching them and helping them to start their business over the last decade. And we have a 60-day, 100% money back guarantee. Okay, hands down, no problem. And if you do want information about the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator, make sure you hit me up in the comments below. Would love to help you get on the wait list, and possibly you be a part of our next cohort where we teach people the real strategies and tactics and tools that it takes to be successful as a freight broker at a high level on the sales side of the business, which is an important component. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell. Make sure that you get notified every time we release a new freight broker training video every single week. Again, like, comment, share. Appreciate you being here. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk next week.